When life happens. Welcome to Be Fab, Be You Made Simple, your daily dose of inspiration designed to help you reinvent yourself by optimizing your body and mind. I am Maria Horstman, a health editor and coach, a fitness trainer, a speaker, and an entrepreneur, founder of BeFabBeYou.com. Our episodes are short and will bring you valuable content and practical nuggets for optimal health and fitness that you can implement ASAP. Let's get you to feel fabulous every day. Are you ready? Check out the show notes to 1, schedule a free call with me to discuss a plan to take your health to the next level. 2, submit a question to be featured in our Ask Me Anything episodes on Sundays. Connect with me on social media and much more. Hit the subscribe button, and if you like what you hear, share with your friends and leave it a rating. When life happens. Yes, I am back. Here is Maria, your host of the Be Fab, Be You Made Simple podcast. I know there is a lot to talk about it. And as the title says, when life happens, sometimes we got to put things on pause, and that's what happens to me, or what happened to me. And today I thought I would give you a little feedback and maybe update on what's going on in the last, 3 months since I've been missing in action. And a lot has happened. And so I want to say that, I'm glad that you're listening to this today. And I promise you, I'm back on the roll, and I feel with a renewed energy after all that has happened the last 4 months. So I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be here, and actually you seeing my face. Hello. And I thought that I would pop in. I'm recording this on December 23rd. You might get this in a few days since I got my audio guy. It's probably holidays. I'll send this to him. And might be a few days until I get it back and I post it out there. But I wanted to record it today and send to you as soon as it's ready. So if you're listening to this, it's probably after Christmas, but I hope you had an amazing Christmas. And I hope that your 2021 comes with loads of health and a very successful year. Success as you define it. It's your body, your rules, your life. So nobody else got to define success for you. So anyway, I think the last podcast I recorded was on September 25th. It was episode 59. And I said that I was not being consistent in posting them regularly because I was going through this training. This certification to become an FDN practitioner, which is Functional Diagnostic Nutrition Practitioner, FDN-P. First of all, I want to tell you an update. Yesterday, I passed my final verbal exam, and as of today, December 23rd, I am a certified Functional Diagnostic Nutrition Practitioner, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But I really want to tell you more, actually, what happened, for this delayed and coming into you here now today. So back on that time, in end of September, I was actually within a couple of weeks, I was heading to my favorite spot at the beach for my 47th birthday, and which was on October 12th. I was there for the whole week. And the day I returned on October 19th, I received the news that my mom had got in coma, and the very next day in the morning, she passed away. And I hope I will be able to speak with you here today without crying. There's been a lot of challenges since then. I am from Brazil. Things happen very quickly. I was not able to go home, but thanks to technology, I was able to be part of the viewing, which happened actually the day after she passed away on October 21st. And October 22nd, she was cremated. So her ashes are in her bedroom, the home that I grew up in Brazil right now. And I hope I will be able to go home next year in 2022 to build kind of a massive celebration for her with my two siblings who are older than me. So I'm very thankful that they are there and they're taking care or took care of the whole shenanigans. I was in a very good role of my certification at the time, and that put a stop sign on my life once this October 19th news came, and especially after October 20th. I honestly decided to be a coach to myself, and I would say this is the time that I have to heal. So I unplugged. From most of about everything. Stay in touch with a few good friends. I unplugged from my business newsletter. I unplugged from my social media. The only thing that I was trying the hardest was to make my mom proud and myself proud of continuing this certification the best of my abilities. And so it did happen. It was extremely challenging, but you know what? So here is what happened, right? And if you follow me on social media, you know that I wrote a lot about my mom and my relationship with her and her journey, kind of a little tribute to her. I put that in social media. I also put that in my newsletter and on my website as a couple blog posts. They were very long, but that's the way that I was releasing some of that grief as well. Writing is, even as I tell my clients, it's a very potent way for us to free up our emotions and speak up our emotions and thoughts in a very paced way. So I did, what I would recommend to my clients to take their time. So anyway, one of the things that I realized about my mom, I knew about that, but really made me think was this, she grew up in a tough environment, and her health issues started, young, when I was in my teens and she was in her mid-40s, I'm sorry. And I don't remember my mom ever saying no to a commitment she had made to anybody because she was not feeling well or because life happened. And a lot of things happened in my mom's life. She was a single mom and working her butt off to put food on the table and to raise us. And she did an amazing job, she did the best she could. I understand that. There is no perfect person, no perfect parent, but I know she did her best based on what she knew and what she had. And I'm grateful for that. In the last few years, I understood my role as a child who had left home. I was 21 when I left home. I was, the singles, the youngest daughter, and I'm still am. I'll always be her daughter, right? But I was always with mom. So anyway, I know that mom had a very mixed emotions, obviously, of me leaving at that age. She also had a lot of mixed emotions and strong feelings about me leaving my corporate career to follow my renewed path in health and wellness. So, but I also understood that in the last few years, my role as a daughter was to create a space for her to be seen, to be heard, to be understood. So that created, a bigger heart in my heart for her, greater compassion, and a lots more. So when she was gone, I'm very glad to say that I didn't have anything left to say to her or say, I regret I didn't say this to mom. Obviously, I wish I had more time with her, always want more time. And I could have been visiting her more often. But hey, technology was good because I saw her quite often using WhatsApp. If you don't have that, WhatsApp, it's a great techie to see and talk to people and voice, audio, and all that kind of texting for free worldwide. And that's what I used for the last several years with my family, especially my mom. So anyway, I'm in a better place. And I know that Mom is looking down here now. And crap, I was hoping that the tears wouldn't come out, but they are. I envision her looking down with my grandmother and saying, you did it. You keep going. You do your best every day. And I say I did it because that was one thing I wanted to get done, was this certification that I had made plans to get done by mid-November as things were going the right pace. But you know what? It's okay. Got delayed a month, and that's all right. And I'm very proud, I guess, to say that I put that behind me. And with that, I renew my energy a little bit, because I feel like I was stuck and says, I got to get this done in order to move on with all these other plans. And I feel relieved. I feel very relieved. And I feel like also I'll be able to contribute to my clients and to potential clients, that are listening and reading and out there in a different way, because FDN, which stands for, again, Functional Diagnostic Nutrition, it's basically a complete methodology. It's a kind of a way of thinking with tools that goes along with it, that are kind of helping people to recover and maintain the best health possible. It's not tremendously different than my nutrition endocrinology training, but it has a little extra tools, because it puts testing, functional testing, right in the beginning of the process. And this is not going to be for everybody, right? But some clients, I believe, that really deserve to get rolling with some testing from the beginning. So, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not in any interest in diagnosing and treating any diseases. I leave that to the doctors. And I actually, one is to continue to partner with other health practitioners and doctors to get the best help for anybody. Because we all deserve it. So, my business is really, it's helping individuals to investigate really hidden healing opportunities within the areas of hormone, immune system, digestion, detoxification, energy, and nervous systems, using these lab functions, or lab testing, if you may say. And that's what FDN stands for. With this lab testing, they gave us clues to all these areas in the health. And then we kind of assess as a person as a whole, and, objectively, subjectively, and, from, intake forms and how they live their lives and behaviors and habits. And that kind of is used to guide a holistic lifestyle and recommendations that is still based on, includes diet, rest, exercise, stress reduction, and supplementation as well. So the idea here is to coach what the founder of FDN, Reed Davis, calls metabolic chaos. So we coach up the function of the body from a cellular perspective, and we coach down the metabolic chaos that we identify through these screenings and doing a complete history on the person. And, most of these chronic stress-related conditions out there, can be really healed, with this teachings and mechanisms used, especially when I put together my nutrition endocrinology practitioner training as well in place. So I'm feeling good that I put this thing behind me, that I can add these little letters after my name. And I am here to tell you that I'm back on the game. And I'm planning now my 2022 and different programs and, one-on-one different packages of how I can assist individuals, groups and, my podcast to continue weekly, starting again on the beginning of the year and so on. So I'm excited. Today, really, I wanted to just come in and give you an update and say I am alive, I am well, and I just want to say one more thing. There is no way I would have been able to cope the way I've coped, although it has been challenging. If you lost a parent, you know what I'm talking about, especially if you lost a mom. Because I had my mom with me my entire life. Dad was not present much. So she was a very important individual in my life. But if you lost a parent, you know that, you don't know what kind of feelings and emotions we're going to have until we lose them. There's nothing that prepares us to. And I know there is very little chances I would have accomplished all I have accomplished in the last 2 months without applying, the coaching that I coach other people, which is you heal yourself emotionally and mentally. And how do we do that? We do that by grieving, allowing ourselves to grieve and to speak up, whatever it is verbally or in writing. We take the time off that we need to take off and we move. Exercise was indispensable during this time. I was, and I am still working out 4 to 5 times a week. And that has been a huge opportunity for me to be with myself and bring energy. A lot of actually sauna, detoxify my body. And I will not lie to you. Some habits that I'm not proud to share, but they happen, and there is no reason I'm going to hide from you, came. I'm single. I'm by myself here for most of my time. And I am still a people person. So during these challenging weeks, I find myself going to restaurants and kind of bars, sitting at the bar where I was interacting with different energies. And no, I was not getting drunk or anything like that, on a daily basis. No, that did not happen once. But I was having, more alcoholic beverages. I was eating later at night. I was, for a period of time, not being able to stay home much. Going to coffee shops and working, studying, doing whatever I could from there. And it was just challenging to be at home. So I used that a little escape as well. Most of the time you found me at these bars and restaurants with my laptop or listening to a book or doing something. But at the same time, I was meeting new people and talking and expressing myself and even being a coach sometimes when time was appropriate. It happens quite often, actually, talking to strangers. So anyway, but I'm at a better place, and I'm very glad to be where I'm at right now, to finish the year stronger and feel revitalized to a new 2022, which I'm very, very, very excited to wrap up the plans in ways that I can continue to contribute to the world and in a bigger way and better way than I was ever before. So more to come on the podcast. I look forward to a bright and successful and healthy year with you, having you as my listener. Feel free to share this with anybody who maybe, want to continue to listen about health and wellness, or maybe if you have lost somebody recently or past and you would like to chat with me, hey, I'm all about it. Reach out to me. You can go to bfabbu.com and there you have my phone number, you have my email, and you have ways to access me. Send me also a note, text message, whatever. I'm here for you. If you're my newsletter, which you can also subscribe when you go to bfabu.com. I'm going back to my weekly newsletter as well, and lots to give and lots to offer you to continue to help you in your healthy path, to rediscover it, to reinforce it, and to be here for you in whatever capacity I can. So enough of the blah, blah, blah. Thanks for listening again, and Happy New Year. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening to the BFABU Made Simple podcast. Can you do me a favor? If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend and leave it a rating. It helps the podcast, and I really appreciate it. If you're wondering where to start, head over to my website, linked in the show notes, to sign up to receive encouragement, tips, and strategies to maximize results. While you're there, download a free health guide to get you started today. If you're looking for a coach and trainer to help you optimize your weight, body, and health, get on my calendar. Let's discuss your goals, establish a custom plan, implement it, and celebrate your results. Together, we can do this. Find the link to schedule a free energy audit strategy session also in the show notes. Connect with me on social media. I would love for you to let me know that you're listening to the show. Also see the show notes for the links. In addition to a qualified healthcare practitioner, it's important that you have someone in your corner who is in for you and will help you to plan and stay on track implementing your goals. Are you ready? Let's rock and roll this boat. I will see you on the next episode of BFABU Made Simple. Just a reminder that this podcast is for educational purposes only. This podcast is not a substitute for health care by a doctor or other qualified medical professionals. This podcast is provided on the understanding that it does not constitute medical or other professional advice or services.